A busy day so far. Let's see what happened this morning. Sorry for my tone. I'm still a little, I don't know, on tilt, upset. I don't know. But this morning I had a call with Emeka and Ollie, friends of mine, and after that I had a call with Michael Jack. In case you don't know who Michael Jack is, he's like a super OG guy in the Kindle publishing space. He has his own keyword course that really works well as a foundation for like brand new students, and we shot an interview together, or rather he was shooting an interview with me about my keyword course. So much love to him, and he's actually a really cool guy, very pleasant to talk to, very nice. I should be talking to him more. He's a really cool guy. So that'll be coming out soon, and I'll release the interview at the same time he does. I'll just steal his and put it on my channel, or I can send a link to, whichever. But yeah, that'll come out. But what this video I want to talk about today, jumbling over words because I'm upset. Guys, believe it or not, I don't always get along with Emeka. We don't see all the time eye to eye on things, and I guess maybe people have been able to read between the lines that we've got some conflict going on right now. Ever since I've been able to quit my job, and I really have big plays to make. I'm really eager to not make a big scene, but provide a lot of value. As cliche as that sounds, like I just want to be able to do so much for you guys, and provide a lot of content, and just do the right thing in the way of getting you guys to succeed with Kindle publishing. Now, with that, I've always been working with Emeka since pretty much the beginning, and most recently I've hired him on as like my business coach, like not the ones where you pay $147 a month on the accelerator. Like, he gets a good fee. And we had a bit of a scuffle a couple days ago. It was not good. Not good. He pretty much yelled at me because remember when I announced the new course coming out and what it entails. Number one, I guess he saw it as a power play. I thought it was just a little gift for students, but number one, I kind of failed to communicate something that could be seen as a big plan to my coach, and more so, he thinks that some of the content is not really a good idea to put out there for students, in the way that with some of the themes in it, it's a little bit controversial. There's a little bit of risk to it, and there's a reason why no one else teaches it. So, my stance is, and my rationale is, that information should be available. Like, if it's not freely available, like literally for free on YouTube or wherever, you should at least have an awareness about everything and anything going on in your business, in your space. And I'm very aware of what's going on with publishing because I kind of live it full time right now. There's some things about it that are a little shady, and maybe you've come across some things before. And my intention was to educate you and at least give you an awareness of, hey, this is what's going on. This is what people are doing, and don't do this, or don't do this, and definitely don't do this, or else you will lose your account and get banned. And if you wanted to maybe utilize X, you can only do this much. That's it. And there is a reason why no one teaches it. It's not good. It's not good for the public image of playing ethically. And that upset me. What else upset me is, like, even my presentation to you guys. Remember my sales report from yesterday? Made a joke about the cocaine and hookers. He was not happy with that. I think it was fucking funny. And hey, I just dropped another F-bomb there, so that came out. That's me. But I thought it was funny. But as funny as I might think it is, what does it really do for my brand? Like, does it make me money to joke about such things? Maybe not, but I'm self-amusing myself. So with that, I'm getting a lot of coaching, And what I'm being told upon first reaction, I obviously will disagree with it, and it upsets me, gets me angry. Like, hey, I didn't quit my job just to be told or just to be micromanaged by a new boss, XYZ. Like, what the hell is this? I guess you should just go back to working a job, or, I'm not trying to be stubborn, but hey, I quit a job so that I would not have to answer to anyone else, okay? So that was kind of like what was going through in my head. But, sometimes you just have to let things marinate. You have to let thoughts stir. And after giving things some time, I realized that even though it might seem like Emeka and I clash because, he does his thing, I do mine. We stay in our own lanes, but, things clash at times, it might seem like. He was right. So, for the course, I will still release a new course. It's not something that's going to get you banned or even remotely in trouble with your account. I'm going to teach you the fundamentals of exactly what I'm doing to make a lot of money for individual books. And it will be shown in a way to where you don't have to do anything. I repeat, you don't have to do anything remotely black hat or illegal. And not that I'm doing it. I don't do it anymore. I don't do it. But along with that, I'll at least give you an awareness of what's going on and give you guidelines on what not to do. Because you'll come across this, you'll see it for yourself upon some point of your business journey with Kindle publishing, and you'll get curious and you'll play around with it. And it's just so prominent that if you're going to mess around with this thing, like, you're going to get banned. And it's better that I at least make it aware to you of what's going on, how people are making money, and what not to do, or else you will get the ban hammer, you will lose your earnings, and you might get even sued. So I'll at least educate you on what people are doing and tell you why it's not good to do. Period. But with that, there will still be a course, I think, because, hey, number one, I'm literally giving it for free. It's freaking free for coaching students who have worked with me one-on-one, and it will be pretty much given next to free for people in the Elite Keyword Mastermind. Like, for the value that you're going to get, you're going to buy it. Like, you're not going to ask me, hey, can I get a discount on this? You're already getting a fat discount on it if you're in my mastermind, and you're going to buy it. So that's covered. Just have to be able to execute this intelligently to where everyone's getting the intended value I want from it, with not clashing with the whole notion of putting you guys at risk. Because, whether we, the whole coaching community, don't want you to ever be put under risk or liability from what we teach you. So, now, what have you about the review swaps, and yeah, I can see that, whatever. But when it comes to something more severe, there's really zero tolerance to it. So that was the overall lesson. Now, what I want to talk about big picture with all of this, because it might sound a little bit rambly, is when it comes to coaching, number one, well, first, I didn't ask, I pretty much asked to be mentored. Like, I'm paying for this shit. So it's either you don't listen to your coach or you do what he tells you. And oftentimes, even though your coach could be your friend, okay, while you're being coached, your coach is not supposed to be your friend. He's supposed to tell you how things are, what you're doing wrong, what you're not seeing, and guide you to where you need to be in the next level of, the grand scheme of things, whether it's your business, your life, whatever. So, I'm very aware. I have a big ego. I don't think I consider myself to be an arrogant guy, but I can kind of see how I might have an arrogant vibe that I put myself out there with, because I don't know if it's called confidence or whatever, but I have conviction in what I believe in and what I say, so that comes with the territory. But when you're paying for coaching, like I mentioned a few videos before, you have to be coachable, and oftentimes the truth is going to hurt. Like, your feelings will get hurt. You're going to get angry. You're going to get pissed off. You won't agree with what's being told to you, because, hey, with some things that you're doing, you might have good intentions. Like, I have the best intentions for my students, but there could be some oversights that you are not really taking into consideration. So your coach looks out for you in that regard. Number 2, I'd say, with working with a coach, reflecting on what's been going on with working with Emeka, is, your coach has been through where you've gone. Okay, your coach likely has a mentor of their own, and they've committed the same exact mistakes as you. The same exact mistakes as you. So whether it comes to, like, my foul jokes or my language, hey, actually, in person, Emeka's a really cool guy. Like, he and I are pretty much on the same wavelength as far as chill factor. But, does acting like a high school kid, on YouTube, or when I'm trying to, like, promote something, really help add value? No. Now, I'll always be myself, but some things, could probably be better off without. I don't know. So, I don't think that means I can't use the F-bomb, because that's me. But it's just better sometimes to be a little bit more professional. Like, I have no problem with that. But joking about, like, cocaine and hookers, as funny as I think it is, like, yeah, it could have been a little bit unnecessary. And there's a bigger theme to it than that. It's not just about that incident, but yeah. And like I was saying, like, my coach has made the same mistakes, and I know him really well, whether it's the foul language or coming up with certain ideas. I know for a fact that Emeka's mentor, D1, has emotionally badgered him and stabbed him to death with, being told, hey, you're doing this wrong. You're not going to make it doing this. Like, this is a horrible idea, as much as Emeka might think something like X idea is. And it hurts. Like, if I can say transparently, there's times when Emeka and I talk, there's times when he's pissed off, when he's fired up about what his mentor told him not to do, or what to do, or what he's doing wrong. He gets pissed off. It fucking hurts. And I'll admit, I got pissed off too. And yeah, sometimes the truth hurts, and it's business, but you take your business personal. So, we're all human beings. We get emotional. But like I was saying, if you really want to succeed with Kindle publishing, especially, and when you're low level, I understand you're probably more open to thoughts and ideas, because you likely have little to no direction, little to no guidance, and you're willing to just listen to anyone that's good and work. But at the next level beyond that, okay, let's say you do have direction, you have achieved a certain level of success, and you think that you can run things your way. And I'm a guy who loves running things my way. I'm not saying like I'm an alpha male or anything like that, but it's either for me, my way, or nah, I don't care. So that's just the way I roll. But that's why we hire coaches, right? That's why even LeBron James, Stephen Curry, even the best in the NBA have coaches, because even the best players need help, guidance, and direction. And hey, even in my space, I am nowhere near the best. Not even freaking close. So that's something that I have to be cognizant of. So yeah, with Kindle publishing, just sometimes you just gotta shut up. And I'm telling myself this too. Sometimes I just gotta shut up, listen, sometimes take the emotional hit from being told something I don't want to hear, sit on it, logically think, and like be like, okay, what he or she said does make sense. I gotta concede. So, and also when you're, well, with Emeka's coaching style, what I really love is that when I make X mistake, he will relate it to something he personally did recently, and because I know him and I know how he is, like we're on the same wavelength, I'd be like, oh, okay, like he did that. I can see why he did that, but I can see why when he did that, it was a bad idea. So, okay, now I understand why I shouldn't do that either, because like he's a funny guy. Like he has his jokes. Like nigga's got his jokes, but maybe I shouldn't even have said that in the video. But sometimes you just gotta be careful of what you say, and I probably shouldn't have said the N-word. I don't know. He's my buddy. I meant it in a good way. Sorry, Emeka, but sometimes you just gotta listen to what your coach says, because he's been through it. He doesn't want you to get in trouble, and he's looking out for you. It comes from a place of love and care, not from a place of hostility and hate. So that's all I've really got for today, guys. Now, also, one more thing. No, one big thing. One mindset shift I wanted to like take you through right now is the fact that just because no one is doing what you're currently doing or what idea you have, it's not being done, doesn't mean just because you're going to cause differentiation from the competition doesn't mean it's a good idea or that it's a sustainable idea. Case in point, like last week, just gonna be transparent, doing 4 Q&As in a week. All right, I love doing Q&As. I love interacting with students. Like that's, and I'm always gonna do Q&As. Don't get me wrong, but to like do 4 of them in a week takes time, and hey, it takes effort. It takes work. And I was thinking to myself, well, hey, no one else right now is doing Q&As, and they're not doing it this often. Like that's how I'll stand out. Now, what Emeka like shifted my mind towards was who that is towards where I want to be is doing Q&As regularly on YouTube, as often I was doing last week. And I said, hey, Grant Cardone does Q&As 5 days a week. He has his own show. Yeah, but then it was like, Jacob, do you realize that Grant Cardone sells $100,000 packages or even like $1 million packages on his real estate offerings for his fund? And it's actually worth his time to do a show? I'm like, oh yeah. Whereas I'm very relatively low ticket and I can't even compare myself to Grant Cardone. So if there's no one else, yeah, you're right. So it's not always about working hard, it's also about working smarter. So what I want to do is at least 1 Q&A a week, because I think it's fun and I love doing it. And it's also sustainable to just do 1 Q&A a week. Save your questions, come prepared. We'll make the most out of 1 Q&A sessions per week and make it super, super productive. And that way we don't waste time, and we can get the best questions asked and answered during those times. So that's coming too. So just realize, guys, maybe I shouldn't even be this transparent, but I'm just getting everything formulated. I'm getting everything cooking now that I'm full time with my online space, and things are going to be a little bit chaotic. It's like a startup company. Things are going to move fast. Changes will happen. Changes will be big, and sometimes they'll contradict changes I set forth prior. So think of this like as a startup company, and while there's big plans and there's going to be big moves, it's also at a fast, chaotic pace. So better things are going to be coming, but right now it's at a pace where things are still being figured out, and it can get a little bit messy. So in the meantime, I'll see you guys later. I'll have probably one more video tonight, and then tomorrow is rest day. So take care, guys. See you later.